purchase a jar of honey, do you actually know where it comes from? When those plastic bears say local on the labels, does that mean that they're better for you? With the rise in demand for honey, many farmers have taken to being more concerned about their profit than the bees they use to create their products. That being said, there has been a crisis going around in the upscaled honey industries. First noticed in 2006, beekeepers began losing hives in drastic amounts. This condition is called colony collapse, or most commonly known as colony collapse disorder. Beekeepers around the world say that this condition can be caused by the common hive mite, but our largest theory proposes that this is caused by the pesticides used on crops, or from the lack of nutrition that bees are forced into when introduced to these fields. With bees as our main source of pollination, providing us with over $14 billion in honey production and pollinations every year, one would think that this problem would be taken into better consideration. Meet Amy Husted. She's the vice president of the Nevada County Beekeepers Association since 2017.
So colony collapse disorder, it became a thing maybe about 5 years ago, where lots of beekeepers were reporting massive losses of their hives. And basically what it is when you open up a hive and all the bees have gone, except for a small amount of worker bees and the queen. And initially nobody really understood what was happening, so they called it colony collapse disorder. Large-scale beekeepers, they have the bees for pollination services, and so that's how they make their money. And so they're moving the bees, like especially right now, everyone has their bees in the Central Valley for almond pollination. So all the bees from all over the United States are coming together into this one tiny area, and they're doing a great job of spreading their diseases around. You can see the big trucks coming through and spraying the almond trees with fungicide, because they have to do that. But the bees are all there, and they're in their hive still because it's 5 a.m., but then they're coming out and landing on these trees that have been sprayed with toxic chemicals. So, there's all kinds of problems. Just in terms of pollen, they're only getting pollen from one source, and it would be as if you only ate breakfast cereal for the rest of your life. You wouldn't be very healthy.
Take a deeper look at the honey you're buying. You can tell if a jar is truly local by its label and container. The average bear is typically used by mass industries, while most businesses will provide information on their labels, like a phone number, and they tend to stick to glass jars.
With everything, think about the impacts of your decisions with the environment. Everything that we do affects everything. I mean, you spray some Roundup on some weeds, and you end up poisoning the ground, or you spray some insecticide on some plants, and you end up killing bees. So just be very careful about what you do in the environment, and the choices you make have consequences.
As Albert Einstein once put it, mankind will not survive the honeybee's disappearance for more than 5 years. If we only paid more attention to the needs of our honeybees and their surrounding environments, we could be a step farther to solving this issue. So let's protect our most influential bugs and try to make the world a sweeter place.